Hey, Chris Lipe here with why your voice isn't getting better. Why you aren't getting better as a singer, despite your best efforts, and how to fix it.
Make me smile. Make me smile. Make me smile. Make me smile. Smile. Smile.
Before we go any further, if you've reached a point with your own singing, with your own vocals, where you need more feedback, you need a coach to come alongside you and be your vocal coach, help you draw things out of your voice you didn't know were there, click the link below and request an invitation to my course, Discover Your Voice. That's a great place to start, and it will allow us to work more closely together as coach or teacher and student. You've likely heard the following two phrases. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, and practice makes perfect. Both of these phrases are kind of dangerous. And the mindset that they suggest for lots of areas of life, but in this context, singing, it creates this sense of urgency, but also this sense of responsibility, and therefore almost a resignation when it comes to getting better. Let me explain. We'll start with an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, wait a minute. I'm not healthy here. I'm still suffering here. I'm not happy. I had to go to the doctor, but I've been eating my apple every day. What's going on? These phrases, when latched onto, whether we think we're doing it or not, if I just do this, then I won't have to go to the doctor. Or if I just do this with my singing, if I practice this way or do this exercise, follow this plan, then I'll get what I want or not get what I don't want. This close-minded nature, and we all do it. Sometimes we just need to be reminded, but this close-minded nature and way of thinking discounts all the other factors and all the other things that, why did you need to go to the doctor? You might have been eating an apple a day, but that doesn't mean you can be unhealthy in all sorts of other areas that are sure to destroy your health and make you have to go to the doctor, right? Okay, let's go to this other one. Practice makes perfect. I had a friend in high school whose mom was an avid runner. Her goal was to get 5 miles in a day, minimum. And she was running Monday through Friday. First thing in the morning, put her running shoes on, get some water, run 5 miles. Now, she loved running and she wanted to be good at running, and she would train for races as well. But over time, I remember my friend talking about her and saying, she's injured again. She's got shin splints. She's having some respiratory issues. She's not sleeping as well. She's not doing all that great. Well, she had followed this regiment almost to her detriment. And look, there are lots of great ways to discover what your voice can do. There's lots of great ways to practice. There's even good routines that you can work yourself into. But a lot of times as vocalists, we put the importance of how long should I practice? What should I practice? What should I do next? How long should I stay on this and then move to the next thing? And a lot of singers tend to want a do this, then this, then this, then this. And then if you follow this, you won't hurt your voice, so you won't have to go to the doctor if you eat an apple a day, and you will progress to this point if you follow this program, or if you do this every day for 5 miles, or every day for 10 minutes, or whatever. This is just not the whole reality. It's never the whole reality. And it's easy to do this with vocalists and with music lessons in general because there are a lot of other things like, building a shelf or following directions to construct a, one of those prefabricated sheds or a bed frame or something like that. You go into this with a manual and you follow the directions. And if you've done everything right and you have the right tools, then you have your bed frame or you have your shelf or whatever it is. We tend to, and lots of teachers, I'm guilty of this myself sometimes, we tend to systemize things to help people learn, which is really, really great. Systems can be really good. But as creatives and as vocalists, the system is only a starting point. They are only starting points. The acceptance of the journey and the experience that we have as vocalists, as musicians, is easily more than half. I don't even know if I want to put like a fraction on there. It's a lot of it, right? Yes, direction is important. Yes, discipline can be important. But like my friend's mom, she was being very disciplined, doing what a lot of good runners do, but wasn't listening to her body. She wasn't experiencing what was happening. And so the very things that were supposed to make her better made her worse. The same thing happens to singers all the time who are not mindfully practicing, who are not mindfully going through and experiencing their voices. Now, I've got lots of methods and exercises, and you've seen a lot of these on the channel. And, keep doing those things. And they will, with time and introspection, infiltrate your mindset and voice. But if you're asking the questions, how long will it take? Or should I be feeling this or should I be feeling that? Those are initially sort of default questions to ask. But what ends up happening when we start relying on those answers as a way of like, oh, okay, well, if I do this for 6 months, or if we start doing that, we rob ourselves of what the actual journey is going to be. And then we mess with our minds. Oh, wait, it's been 6 months and I've been running 5 miles every day and I'm feeling worse. Or it's been 6 months and I've been working on my distortion and my aggression and I still can't do what I wanted to do. Oh, I'm a failure. And then we're just in this discouragement cycle or this comparison cycle. Well, someone said it should be 6 months and it's not 6 months, it's longer. Well, it's different for everybody. It's impossible to answer the how long will it take question. You can answer that question, or you can try to answer that question, but instead, turn the whole thing on its head. Instead of asking how long will something take, or instead of wanting to stick to something in a very regimented way, use the tools that you've been given as creative starting points. Embrace your creativity. Come to terms with where your voice is now. Use it creatively. And this brings me to how to fix. So you're not getting better? We've exposed the problems. Here's how to fix it. 2 things. Pursue creativity when you've come to terms with where your voice is right now. Not where you want it to be, not where you were, but what can you do right now to be creative and involved and engaged and to say something artistically with your singing. This may mean practicing recording in different genres and writing songs. This may mean humming. This may mean working with another vocalist and creating opportunities to learn from them and teach them and get into the vibe that can only happen when you're working with other vocalists and other musicians. Then, and this is really the most important thing that we can do, to improve our voices, especially if we've gotten into the regimented mindset or the perpetual student mindset as opposed to the perpetual learner and introspector. Here it is. Practice enjoying your voice and adopt this universal principle. When something is enjoyed, it is better. I'll say it again. When anything is enjoyed, it is better. Better for the person who is enjoying it, better for the people around who are witnessing that enjoyment. This goes for anything, but think about this in the context of your voice. Practice feeling it and experiencing it and enjoying it. If you don't like what you're doing or how you're sounding, do something that you do like with your voice. Lean into your strengths and experience and enjoy them and share that creatively. Because when you do that, it gets better. Not automatically. It takes this head transformation, this mindset transformation. But this is such a powerful thing. When you enjoy it, it gets better. If you want your voice to get better, if you want to get better as a vocalist, learn to enjoy your voice. Now, I know I'm going to get comments. I hate my voice and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, okay. You're stuck. Sorry. Or I've tried and I just can't adopt the sound of a voice that I really like. Well, search deeper inside of your artistic being. Remember that you chose to pursue vocals. You didn't choose it to be discouraged or to be stuck. You chose it not just to sing, but you chose it ultimately, whether you maybe know it or not, to experience something, right? When we choose something, we choose the experience that goes along with it. And so if you're discouraged and you're not finding things that you like about your voice, remember, you chose this journey. You chose the experience. Choose to enjoy it. All right. If you'd like more help with your voice, if you haven't joined my course already, I strongly suggest you request an invitation and let me walk more closely with you in this journey. We'll see you for more.